This is not a normal message, and you know it in your heart. The very fact that you are here, listening right now, is the first sign. This is not random. This is an emergency broadcast for the chosen ones, a cosmic intervention disguised as words, on a screen. September has always carried a vibration of transition, but this September is unlike anything your soul has experienced before. The alignment forming now is not just another celestial event. It is a divine summons, a call written in the stars long before you were born. Most people will overlook it. They will dismiss the whispers of their intuition, scroll past, and remain asleep. But you are still here. That is proof enough. You are meant to hear this. The energy building is not gentle. It is urgent, sharp, demanding action. Something is about to shift, and only the prepared, only the awakened will receive its blessing. A great portal is opening, and whether you realize it or not, you have already felt its pull. This is not an ordinary doorway in the sky. It is a 5D spiritual portal, a passage that bridges the heavy weight of the old world with the lighter frequency of the new. When such portals appear, the energy cannot be ignored. It presses on the heart, stirs the body, and awakens the soul. Some of you have noticed unusual sensations lately: tingling in your crown, pressure in your chest, sudden waves of exhaustion, or even vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life. These are not random aches or passing phases. They are signs that your system is adjusting to higher frequencies. The veil is thinning. The skies are not silent. They are speaking. And in this September, they are speaking through one of the most powerful alignments we have witnessed in decades: a blood moon in Pisces. A blood moon alone carries weight. The crimson veil across the night sky is a reminder of endings, karmic release, and the stirring of ancient cycles. But in Pisces, the final sign of the zodiac, its energy is magnified. Pisces is the dreamer, the mystic, the ocean itself. A blood moon here does not simply mark a phase. It signals the dissolution of boundaries, the washing away of illusions, and the return to divine truth. Understand this. A lunar eclipse is not the same as a regular full moon. A full moon illuminates. It brings light to what is hidden. But an eclipse rewrites the script. It resets timelines, collapses false pathways, and reopens contracts written before your soul entered this lifetime. That is why the emotional intensity feels unbearable for some, why tears come without reason, why memories resurface suddenly, why the night feels heavy yet electric. An eclipse is not gentle. It erases to create a new. And here, in this alignment, Neptune joins the dance. Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, is the planet of dreams, illusions, and spiritual connection. When Neptune stands beside this blood moon, the veil between worlds grows thinner than ever. The illusions of the matrix, the artificial systems, the false beliefs, the cages of fear, cannot withstand this vibration. They dissolve, pixel by pixel, until what remains is truth, raw and unfiltered. For many, this can feel disorienting. Reality seems unstable. Time feels distorted. But for the awakened, it is liberation. You begin to see through the cracks, to perceive the divine blueprint beneath the surface. This is where the concept of DNA activation enters. Cosmic events of this magnitude do not only shift the skies, they shift you. Ancient spiritual traditions have always taught that our DNA carries dormant codes, strands waiting for light, vibration, and divine timing to awaken them. The blood moon in Pisces, conjoined with Neptune, acts as a tuning fork. Its resonance shakes those codes awake, activating memory in the very cells of your being. You may feel sudden clarity about your life path, a magnetic pull toward new choices, or even physical surges of energy moving through your spine. These are not accidents. This is ascension embodied. Most will not understand. They will dismiss their symptoms, medicate their visions, or numb their longing. But you are not here by mistake. You were called to listen, to recognize the matrix dissolving before your eyes, to feel your own DNA responding to the celestial signal. This blood moon is not just an event in the sky. It is an event within you. And if you embrace it, if you trust it, it will carry you across the threshold into a reality where wealth, love, and divine purpose flow as naturally as breath. If you are still here, it is because you recognize the signs the universe has been whispering to you. Lately, you may have been seeing angel numbers everywhere. 1111 on clocks, 4804 on receipts, 707 in unexpected places, or 9999 when you least expect it. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Each sequence is a breadcrumb guiding you toward your higher path. 1111 is the gateway, the reminder that you are stepping into alignment. 444 is the angels surrounding you, stabilizing your foundation. 777 affirms divine blessings and miracles unfolding. And 999 signals endings, the closing of chapters so your true destiny can emerge. Many of you have also been experiencing vivid dreams, dreams so real they linger for hours, sometimes days, after waking. These are not ordinary dreams. They are downloads, transmissions from realms beyond the veil. In them, you may meet guides, ancestors, or even glimpse the life you are meant to step into. This is why the old world feels strange to you now. The conversations, the routines, the structures of society, they no longer fit. You may even feel a deep sense of alienation, as if you're walking among people who cannot see what you see. And that is because you are different. You are not meant to blend in. You are a pioneer, a light worker, one of the souls sent ahead, to anchor new frequencies so others may follow. Most ignore the signs, dismiss the dreams, and cling to the old. But you are still watching, still listening, because something in you knows you were chosen for this. You are not losing your place. You are finding your true one. Lately, many of you have been asking, why does my body feel so different? The truth is, what you are experiencing are not random ailments. They are ascension symptoms. When powerful cosmic alignments arrive, your physical vessel must adapt, and the process is not always comfortable. Heart palpitations, sudden fatigue, restless nights, or even waves of unexplained grief are all part of this recalibration. Your body is acting like a tuning fork, vibrating to match the higher frequencies flooding the planet. Think of it as your DNA awakening. Hidden within every strand are codes, ancient instructions waiting for the right moment to activate. These blood moons, eclipses, and portal shifts act like keys, unlocking dormant layers of your being. That is why you may feel surges of energy rushing through your spine, tingling in your crown, or sudden bursts of emotion that seem to come from nowhere. Your cells are remembering, your soul is anchoring, and your body is learning how to hold more light. The grief waves you feel are not a punishment, they are a release. Every tear, every heavy moment is old programming leaving your system. You are not just healing your own story, you are transmuting the weight of generations. As the matrix dissolves, the heaviness of the old human is falling away, making space for what you are becoming. You are transforming into the new human, not a body of limitation, but a vessel of expansion. A being who can hold intuition like a compass, love like a force field, and wealth as natural abundance rather than struggle. This is why the fatigue comes. It is the pause before rebirth. This is why your heart races. It is learning a new rhythm aligned with universal flow. Most will run to doctors who cannot explain or silence their bodies with distraction. But you, chosen one, are meant to recognize the truth. These symptoms are signs of evolution. The more you surrender, the more gracefully you transform. You are not breaking down. You are breaking through. In times like these, your environment becomes more than a backdrop. It becomes an ally. To navigate the energies of this September, you are being called to create a sacred space, a sanctuary where the noise of the world cannot reach you. This does not have to be elaborate. A simple corner of your room, a candle, a cloth, and an intention can transform ordinary space into holy ground. The key is presence. Every time you step into it, your spirit knows, this is where I align. Crystals can amplify this resonance. Amethyst to open your intuition, clear quartz to magnify your intentions, black tourmaline to shield from energetic clutter, and rose quartz to soften your heart. Keep them close. Let them anchor you. Music, too, is medicine. Frequencies like 432 Hz or 528 Hz can recalibrate your cells, harmonizing the chaos within. Play them as you rest, meditate, or journal, and above all, solitude is essential. The portal energy is not asking you to drown in voices or opinions. It is asking you to listen, to yourself, to your guides, to the silence between breaths. In solitude, you are not alone. You are surrounded by the unseen. Water is the most powerful element for this portal because it mirrors your emotions, your spirit, and your capacity to transform. One of the simplest yet most profound practices is the Epsom salt bath. Fill your tub with warm water, add a handful of Epsom salt, and as it dissolves, imagine it drawing out the heaviness of the old world from your body. As you soak, visualize every worry, every fear, dissolving into the water, leaving your cells lighter and clearer. When you drain the tub, affirm that the past is leaving with it. Water blessing is another sacred act. Take a glass of clean water, hold it in your hands, and speak words of love, healing, and abundance into it. Your voice imprints vibration. When you drink, you are literally programming your body with those frequencies. This is cellular alchemy, turning water into medicine, turning the ordinary into transformation. If these words are resonating in your heart, it is because your higher self has guided you here. This is not an accident. This is your soul reminding you that you are awake, that you are chosen to see what others cannot. To anchor this moment, to ground this frequency into your reality, I want you to pause and type the words, I am awake. Write them in the comments as a declaration, as a signal to the universe that you are ready to step forward. When you do this, you are not only communicating with me, you are communicating with your higher self, affirming that you are listening. Every time you see those words, you will remember this moment, this alignment, this truth. Do not let it slip away. Anchor it now. Say it, type it, feel it. I am awake. The energy of this September portal is not just opening a new path, it is collapsing old timelines that no longer serve you. You may already feel echoes of this shift in the form of past life memories rising to the surface. A song may trigger an ancient familiarity. A place you've never visited may stir déjà vu so deep it brings tears, or a sudden fear may appear without logical cause. These are fragments of your soul, surfacing as the veils between timelines dissolve. They are not here to haunt you, they are here to be healed. This is the essence of soul retrieval. Across lifetimes, pieces of your spirit can fracture and remain tied to moments of trauma, loss, or unfulfilled purpose. When the portal energy arrives, it calls those fragments back. You may feel sudden surges of emotion, strange dreams, or even an inner knowing that parts of you long forgotten are returning home. The purpose is wholeness. The scattered soul becomes complete again, able to carry more light, more wisdom, and more strength. But with soul retrieval also comes karmic completion. The universe, the blood moon, is more than a spectacle. It is an archetype, a living symbol of death and rebirth. Its crimson glow reminds us that something must fall away for something greater to rise. This is why emotions surge, why the shadows you've buried resurface. The blood moon pulls them out, not to punish you, but to free you. Shadow work becomes sacred here. Those fears you've denied, those wounds you've avoided, they appear under this light because you are ready to face them. Integration is the key. When you embrace the inner child who still longs for love, safety, and validation, you no longer abandon yourself. Instead, you reclaim every lost part of your power. This archetype asks, will you resist the shedding, or will you rise reborn? The blood moon is not destruction, it is transformation. Step into it with courage, and the power you reclaim becomes your crown. The Neptune conjunction with this blood moon is what makes this event utterly otherworldly. Neptune dissolves boundaries. It erases the lines between dreams and waking, illusion and truth. When it fuses with a lunar eclipse, reality itself begins to shimmer, bend, and fade. You may feel as though the structures you once leaned on, beliefs, routines, even identities, are melting. This is not madness. It is liberation. The mechanics are simple yet profound. Neptune softens the edges of matter so spirit can seep through. The matrix, built on rigid illusions, cannot withstand this vibration. False narratives collapse, and what was hidden comes into view. For some, it feels like losing ground. For the awakened, it feels like finally breathing in open air. At the same time, the Virgo sun stands opposite this blood moon. Virgo represents matter, order, health, and the tangible world. Its presence is the counterbalance. Where Pisces and Neptune dissolve, Virgo insists on grounding. This tension is sacred. It asks you to integrate, to not float away in dreams, but to bring spirit into matter, to weave divine vision into your body, your work, your daily life. This opposition is the bridge. Without it, the flood of Neptune would drown you in illusion. With Virgo's grounding, you are invited to embody the mystical while keeping your feet on earth. Spirit and matter, heaven and body, dissolve into one. This is the deep gift of this alignment. You are not escaping reality. You are rewriting it. The eclipse, the conjunction, the opposition all combine to activate a new template of existence, one where your divine essence walks fully in human form. Chiron, often called the wounded healer, plays a powerful role in this portal. This asteroid does not wound to harm, it wounds to awaken. Under this alignment, your deepest core wounds are surfacing, not to break you, but to show you where the light enters. These wounds often revolve around self-worth, the fear that you are not enough, the pain of rejection, or the weight of unfulfilled potential. You may feel raw, as if the universe has pressed directly on the most tender part of your being. But Chiron's gift is alchemy. The very wound you carry holds the medicine you are meant to give the world. By facing your pain, by holding it with compassion rather than resistance, you transmute it. What once felt like weakness becomes your strength, your wisdom, your service. When portals open, light pours in, but so do shadows. With Neptune's influence especially strong, the temptation toward escapism is real. Some may numb with substances, distractions, or endless fantasies, convincing themselves they are ascending while avoiding the work. This is the risk of Neptune. Deception dressed as truth, illusion wearing the mask of revelation. This is why discernment is essential. Ask yourself constantly, does this bring me closer to love, clarity, and wholeness, or does it pull me deeper into confusion? True guidance feels grounding, even when it challenges you. False signals feel addictive, draining, or chaotic. The universe will test you in this. The coming weeks will bring situations where illusion looks attractive, but you must choose truth. Do not be fooled by shiny promises or spiritual shortcuts. Hold fast to your intuition, your inner compass. The real path may not be easy, but it will always be true. The rise of the divine feminine is one of the most profound currents flowing through this blood moon portal. For centuries, the sacred feminine has been suppressed, her wisdom buried under layers of patriarchal control. But now, she rises, not only as softness, but as power, as the dark goddess who walks through shadow and fire unafraid. This resurrection is not just about women. It is about the feminine essence within all beings. It is intuition, receptivity, nurturing, but also the fierce ability to destroy what no longer serves. Think of Kali, Lilith, Isis, figures who hold both creation and destruction in their hands. This energy is present now, urging you to embody the parts of yourself you were taught to fear or hide. Healing the wounds of suppression means reclaiming your voice, your body, your cycles, your knowing. For women, this may mean honoring your emotions without apology, trusting your intuition over logic, or reclaiming sacred sexuality as divine. For men, this may mean softening into vulnerability, allowing compassion to guide rather than domination. Both are needed for balance. Both are called to rise. The divine feminine energy in this portal is not passive. It is revolutionary. It calls you to stand in your truth, to heal generations of silence, to say no when your boundaries are crossed, and to say yes when your soul longs to create. It is the womb of rebirth, the fire of transformation, the water of compassion, and the Night 1 begins with release. On September 7th, you are asked to prepare a simple but powerful ritual that will clear the weight of old timelines from your body and spirit. Begin with a letter writing practice. Sit in silence and let your hand move freely, pouring out everything you are ready to let go of. Old fears, looping patterns, lingering grief, karmic attachments, and self-limiting beliefs. Do not censor yourself. Let the words flow, even if they are messy, raw, or painful. This letter is not for anyone else. It is an energetic contract between you and the universe, declaring that you are ready to release what no longer serves. Your highest path. Once the letter is complete, prepare a safe space for a burning ceremony. Place the paper in a fireproof bowl or outdoor flame and watch it turn to ash. As the smoke rises, visualize your burdens being carried away, dissolving into the unseen realms. Speak aloud. I release what no longer serves me. I surrender these energies back to source. Allow yourself to feel the weight lifting from your chest, even if tears flow. This is alchemy, turning density into light. After the fire, draw a warm salt bath. Add a handful of Epsom or Himalayan salt to the water and step in with the intention of purification. As you soak, imagine every cell in your body releasing stagnant energy, every ache loosening, every layer of heaviness dissolving into the water. You may also place a crystal such as black tourmaline or smoky quartz nearby for added grounding. When you finish, let the water drain while saying, "All that is not mine returns to the earth." Before bed, set your surrender intention. Place your hands over your heart, breathe deeply and say, "I surrender the old. I trust the divine plan. I am ready to be renewed." Then sleep, allowing your subconscious to complete the release through dreams. The second day, September 8th, is for receiving. Begin the morning in silence. Do not immediately reach for your phone or external stimulation. Instead, sit in meditation, prayer, or simply quiet presence. Allow yourself to feel the work you begin under this September portal does not end in a single night or even within a week. It unfolds like the seasons, layer by layer, over the next 6 months. Think of yourself as planting seeds in the fertile soil of your soul. Through the winter, these seeds will rest, take root, and grow unseen. By spring, you will begin to see the harvest, clearer purpose, deeper relationships, and alignment with your higher calling. The key is to maintain faith in the unseen process. There may be moments when doubt whispers or when external circumstances appear unchanged. But trust that divine timing is weaving threads beyond your perception. Your role is to keep tending to your inner garden with practices of presence, gratitude, and surrender. When you feel impatience rise, remember, fruit ripens, not in haste, but in its season. Your transformation is already underway, and by holding faith, you ensure that what emerges will be lasting, grounded, and aligned with the highest good. Chosen ones, pause and take in the magnitude of what you have just walked through. This is not casual information. This is a cosmic transmission, a map for your ascension, a torch lit in the dark. You are not here by accident. You are a warrior of light, incarnated at this time to anchor frequencies that will shape the future of humanity. If these words stirred something inside you, it is because your soul recognizes them as truth. Do not let this recognition fade into the background noise of daily life. Anchor it, claim it, embody it. The simplest way to begin is with a declaration. In the comments, write, "I am the shift." These 4 words are a contract between you and the universe, an energetic signal that you are not just listening, you are acting. I invite you to subscribe to this channel so you can continue walking this path with a community that understands. Every video is crafted to guide, to strengthen, to remind you of who you are and why you came. And if this message resonated, share it with your soul family. You never know whose life you may change with a single act of transmission. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next year. Now. Stand tall, chosen one, and step forward knowing you are the shift the world has been waiting for.